Hi, I'm Lexi Payne, and this is The Roar. In local news, authorities say 3 men have been killed and that an officer has fatally shot the suspect in south central Kansas. Harvey County Sheriff CPL Tim Bose said officers found the victims dead in a rural home while responding around 12:30 a.m. Thursday to a shooting. He said 3 witnesses pointed officers in the direction the suspect ran. A Newton officer then shot the suspect when he confronted the pursuing officers with a shotgun near the home. The suspect was pronounced dead at a hospital. No officers were injured. In national news, a 7-year-old Lester Holt fan whose local news interview went viral got to meet the NBC nightly news anchor Tuesday at NBC News headquarters in New York City. "I didn't really see you on TV that much," Jaden, whose last name his mom asked NBC News not to use, told Drew Carney, a reporter for NBC station KGW in Portland, Oregon, as he passed through Portland International Airport this month. Lester Holt, usually see him more on the news than you. Jaden quickly became an internet sensation, and the video made it all the way back to Holt, who invited the first grader and his family to 30 Rock for a tour of the nightly news newsroom and studio. Now let's take it over to the sports room with Marissa Shimke.
NASCAR is starting up again for all you racing fans. The 2017 Daytona 500 will take place this Sunday at 1 p.m. Chase Elliott has the lead spot for the second year in a row. In NFL news, they still are on the lookout for Tom Brady's jersey. I wonder who took it. Kansas City Royals first baseman Eric Hosmer says that his agent Scott Boras and the team are discussing an extension of his contract. Also in Royals news, the toxicology report on Royals pitcher Yordano Ventura won't be released to the public following his death last month in a car crash in his native Dominican Republic. The Royals are planning on memorial activities for the upcoming season to remember Ventura. Now to college basketball. After Kansas guard Frank Mason saved the Jayhawks in yet another close game, this time a 67-65 win at Baylor, he has been elevated to front-runner status over Villanova's Josh Hart as top player in the league. Last night, the KU Jayhawks took on the TCU Horned Frogs and beat them 87-68. OMG, go Jayhawks. Also last night, the K-State Wildcats played the Oklahoma State Cowboys and lost 80-68. Now for LHS sports. Cheer tryouts for next year are coming up. Tryout clinics will be held March 13th to the 15th at the old Lansing Middle School next to the elementary school. Tryouts will be Thursday, March 16th at 6 p.m. Information packets are in the main office. Grab yours today. You are invited to the Lionettes Annual Spring Showcase. It will take place in the auditorium on Wednesday, March 15th at 7 p.m. Admission is $5. Each Lionette has a few coupons for $2 off admission, so track down one today and save. Also, don't forget Lionette tryout packets are in the attendance office. Grab yours today if you want to try out. Clinics and tryouts will take place in April. Also, good luck to our bowlers who are at regionals today and to our wrestlers who are traveling to state competition in Wichita. Back to you, Lexi.
Did you hear the big announcement today? Well, if you didn't, here's some exciting news.
DECA announced today that Maria and Michaela Carosello are the national champions for the 2016 Herff Jones Marketing Challenge. 20 teams from across the country entered, and the top 3 teams went to Florida last week to face off. The Carosellos competed against a team from Ohio and a team from Georgia. Maria and Michaela formed the first ever team from Kansas to participate in the program, and as the national champions, they will receive $5,000 to travel to California in April to be recognized as champions. Way to represent LHS ladies.
Way to go, Maria and Michaela. Way to represent LHS on the national level. Now let's go back to Marissa in the weather studio.
Have you been enjoying the warmer temps? Well, tomorrow the high will be 38 degrees and the low will be 22 degrees. No precipitation tomorrow, but bring out your jackets. The cold front is here. That's all for weather. See you guys tomorrow. Back to you, Lexi.
Thanks, Marissa. Hey, do you know what's happened on this day a couple hundred years ago? Well, you're about to find out. Did you know on this day in 1455, Johann Gutenberg printed his first Bible? Despite this being the first of its kind and the success of its creation, it was unfortunately stolen from him and he fell into poverty. See you back here next week on This Day in History. It's hard to believe how far we have come with technology. Now for LHS News. Last night, the forensics team took part in the KVL tournament and brought home a championship. Jake Marino and Abby Veneziano won their competition and secured a spot in both the state and national competitions. Will Snodgrass and Brenna Darley won as a team and each also took first in individual events. Gabby Smith brought home a second and third place finish in her events, and Nate Martin took first in his event. Congratulations to all the Lions who participated. Have you taken advantage of the Lions Cafe Pay It Forward? You can purchase a sweet treat for a friend and their name will be placed on the chalkboard outside the cafe so they know to pick up their goodies. Don't forget this special offer is before school or at lunch. The annual school-wide lock-in is Thursday, March 16th at St. Mary's campus. The theme is Late Night for Literacy, and proceeds will go to fun reading programs at Lansing Elementary. Team signups are due by this Friday, February 24th. Team captains will meet on Friday. Late night consists of games, team and individual competitions, movies, foods, and lots of fun. See Mr. Randy Brown or a member of leadership for more information. If you missed the NHS meeting this morning, make sure you catch up with Ms. Crotola for details on the meeting. If you are a junior and you're interested in Boy State, Girl State, or Cadet Law, all three things that give you a great experience and look good on a resume, you need to sign up in the guidance office. See Mr. Cackler for more details. You may be wondering what it is. Cackler has the answers. Have you read any of Jennifer Brown's books? She is an author who lives in Liberty, Missouri, and has written several bestsellers, including her popular book, Hate List. The Roar's Peyton Jandrew recently caught up with Miss Matthews and a few students who have read Brown's work. Take it away, Peyton.
Really like the Jennifer Brown books, having them in my library. The kids just devour them. They don't just read them, they just can't get enough of them, it seems. They relate to things that are actually going on in their lives right now, and some important and sometimes painful topics. It's good that they can have something that they can relate to and maybe even help them work out some issues that they're having in their own lives. I've had kids cry reading these books. I've seen some laugh at times. They typically deal with more serious subjects, so the laughter's not as often as the tears, but the kids just completely jump in to the stories and relate to these kids and these stories as if they were friends, as if they knew who this person was just walking down the hallway here.
I was looking through the library one day and just found her. It's really easy to connect with what she's trying to say, and just her messages are pretty clear. I don't think that it's changed much my views on anything, but
I went to Miss Matthews' room and I was just looking for a book to read, and I saw her bookshelf and I picked up her book Better End. I really like how she develops her plot and stuff and her characters, because she literally goes into the minds of those characters as she creates them. They inspire me because in one of her books it's about this kid who has a mental illness, and my brother has a mental illness, so I feel like I can relate to that, and she captured emotions that you feel in living with those people perfectly.
If you are interested in reading some of Jennifer Brown's books, see Mrs. Hutton in the library or Miss Matthews on the third floor. That's all for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.